Part 2. Shadow of Shadows. That question doesn't have an answer. Metatron shook his head.
Think, Chrome. What is greater than God? More evil than Lucifer? The rich want it, and the poor have it.
Chrome thought and shook his head. Nothing. Metatron smiled and nodded.
Exactly!
And what's this got to do with Loken? Wait a minute.
Well, he wants to obliterate existence. Methodologically, a Big Bang reversal.
He wants to change everything and anything into nothing? That's the ultimate doomsday device.
That's right. And Earth, the realm of reality, is the only place where that can be achieved.
Chrome snickered. Ironic. There was a Canadian scientist who researched antimatter technology. The United Nations, secretly of course, shut him down by lobbying the government, saying the technology may be stolen by terrorists to build an antimatter bomb that could threaten the planet. Yet, there's a scientist/terrorist from hell who's actually going to pull it off. Metatron nodded.
Not only that, he did successfully build an antimatter bomb that can destroy the entire planet. But he also built a chain reaction module. Into it can threaten the essence of the entire universe, self-replicating antimatter of sorts, like an exploding virus.
Chrome sighed. So this whole demonic rebellion was a cover to sneak Loken out of Hades? Metatron looked at Chrome.
Well, I never thought of it like that. But yes, in correlation, it is plausible. So much for my good news.
Metatron snickered. The two were interrupted by a fluttering in the air. An angel appeared. She wore an illuminating silver skirt and held a bowl in her hand. Chrome looked up at her. Artemis, he thought. Leader of heaven's archery host. Men used to worship her as a goddess of the moon, way before the age of prophets. On Earth, she's known as Diana. Diana strung her bow and shot it at Loken. Loken grinned. His right eye shone with an evil glow. He leapt into the air and jumped from rock to rock. His amazing quickness left each rock he jumped off of intact and unturned. With each jump, Diana shot an arrow, marking off 100 arrows for every 30 seconds. Yet, each one of them missed its mark by less than 3 feet. Diana gasped for breath. Her earthly form was, after all, still subject to fatigue. Suddenly, she screamed as a gigantic hand grabbed her around the neck in the middle of the air and knocked her to the ground with a tremendous crash. Chrome winced. Loken held Diana tight and screamed into her face, "Listen to me!" Chrome paused. He wanted to say something? Diana spat into Loken's face.
I don't listen to demons. They are all liars and curators of confusion.
Loken covered her mouth with his hand.
I want the one they call Ariel. In this realm, he is known as Chrome.
Chrome raised his eyebrows. He turned to Metatron and waited for him to answer the lingering question. Metatron shrugged.
Well, we think he may have threatened a shaman or a witch in this realm and compelled them to track you down. Witch is backed by demons. You know, it's a boiling combination. He probably killed them after they provided the information that he needed.
So you didn't come to me because you picked me. You came to me because the demon did.
I detect a hint of anger in your voice, Chrome. But I warn you, there are two sides in this conflict. I'm on yours. He's not.
Metatron pointed at Loken, who was now standing about 20 feet away from Diana. It all took but one instant. He turned around, and out of his coat came a long sigh, a triple-pointed one-handed dagger. He flung it straight through into Diana. "Diana!" Chrome screamed. He ran towards her to hold her, but his hands passed right through her. After all, this happened some hours ago. Now it was just reminiscence. She moaned, smiling defiantly as the pain kicked in. Chrome looked at her, as if strained to see what she was thinking. He turned around to look at the sigh. It was enchanted by an unholy spell of blasphemy. The hypothetical silver bullet for angels. Diana was dying. Chrome painfully looked at her. Suddenly, her eyes focused and shifted, and for but one moment she looked directly at him.
Ariel, my love.
Diana shut her eyes and went to sleep permanently.
I did not know angels bled,
Lokan said. His voice wasn't sarcastic. Instead, there was a faint hint of sadness. He walked away, dragging the shadows of the night with his cloak as he merged with obscurity. Chrome stood up and shook his fist into the air. By the wrath of God, I will bring you justice. And now, he continued, his anger sending ripples across the vision, this is personal.